What's good, YouTube? Welcome to the FIFA 18 World Cup mode. The knockout stage with Colombia will be coming today. We've just finished ahead of Poland in the group stage to win our group, which means we get to play against the second place team in Group G, which happens to be England. So we will be playing England in the round of 16 at the Spartak Stadium, which I assume is the Spartak Moscow Stadium, in the round of 16. So let me show you guys the round of 16 in the World Cup. In this World Cup mode, I will show you guys some of the teams that have already played and some of the results heading into the quarterfinals. So as you can see here, Portugal, France, Brazil, Belgium have all made it on the left side of the bracket into the quarterfinals. Some great games there. Russia and Croatia have surprisingly made it into the quarterfinals. Russia beat Spain 1-0, and then Croatia beat Denmark 3-0. So Russia making a surprise run here on home soil into the quarterfinals of the World Cup. Who knows? If we make the semis, we could play them in the World Cup. So as you can see here, the top goal scorers so far are Ivan Perisic, Neymar, Thomas Lemar, who recently made a move to Atletico Madrid that could be going through, but not too many Colombia players on this list, although I will say Luis Muriel as well as Radamel Falcao both have 3 and 2 assists to contribute to this Colombia side. Muriel got all of those assists against Senegal, and then Falcao has been contributing so far this World Cup, although he still hasn't scored yet in any game. So I want to get Falcao on the scorer sheet at some point in this World Cup. As you can see there, I do have the exact same first team. No changes will be made. I will try to get some second team players a little bit of playing time to keep my first team fresh, but at this point in the World Cup, it's win or go home. I have to have the best team out there for every single game, which means my first team players will be getting most of the game time. So without further ado, let's get into this game against England. So heading into this game against England, Falcao is looking to break that scoring drought. We've got Izquierdo, Cuadrado all ready to go. I'm going to be trying to fire in some crosses with both of those players to see if I can get Falcao going in the knockout stage of the World Cup. So I just want to see if I can get him going because I don't want to rely on Cuadrado, James, as well as Izquierdo for all my goal scoring. I need my strikers in Falcao and Baca to get some goals for us too. But as you can see there, England coming with Vardy, Dele Alli, a lot of great players from the Premier League who you guys are all probably already familiar with if you watch the Premier League. As you can see here, we've got Muriel on the bench, Baca, Aguilar, Chara. You guys have already seen our first team 4 times now in the World Cup, so I'm not going to bother going over it again. But hey, Cuadrado, Rodriguez, and Izquierdo have been lethal in the final third. Just Falcao has to get going at some point in this World Cup to really complete our offensive attack. England come in. They've got Sterling on the bench as well as Rashford. Butland starts for them. They've got a 5-man back with Walker Stones, Cahill Jones, and Danny Rose starting. Eric Dyer and Jordan Henderson in the holding midfield. Dele Alli playing at center attacking mid in that number 10 role. And then Jamie Vardy and Harry Kane playing at that striker position. So a lot of really good players on show today in Moscow for this game against England. So 3rd minute of the game, a really nicely timed through ball in towards Jose Izquierdo. Izquierdo was looking for Falcao there, but he couldn't find them. However, we get the ball back. Really nice start to this game for Colombia. We were on the front foot early on, but Wilson Barrios with that 50 shooting does not do well there. So early on, we were looking pretty good. Jordan Henderson here gives the ball away in towards Santiago Arias. James Rodriguez is going to Ronaldo chop in on Eric Dyer. James Rodriguez bringing out every skill to get that shot away, but unfortunately, he hits that against the post and it comes away. Colombia, though, in the 23rd minute with another attack. England had no footing in this game. We were all over them. And right here, Sanchez is going to go up in towards Izquierdo. Is going to fake shot in on Kyle Walker. He gets the opening, but again, 3 opportunities so far in the first 25 minutes. And Colombia took none of them. 37th minute, England trying to make us pay for that. Jamie Vardy on the attack. We know he's pacey. We can't let him get in behind. Harry Kane's going to do the hold-up play here. He's got 3 Colombia players watching him, so eventually he is going to pass that. Dyer is going to slowly build up the play here for England. They're beginning to get a footing in this game. Dele Alli here looking for the opening. I'm trying to get the ball off him, but he goes right near the corner to feed Harry Kane. And Harry Kane here with a really nice solo effort, but thankfully David Ospina was in the right place at the right time to save that. 77th minute. This game looked destined for extra time the way it was going. Very defensive from both teams. The Radamel Falcao here gets an opening. Would this be the moment? No, it wouldn't. Jack Butland with another great save. He is so good in FIFA 18. Another header here from Falcao, and he just cannot find the back of the net, guys. I don't know why. Radamel Falcao, 84 rated, just cannot find a shot on target. And then as you can see there, James Rodriguez also cannot get a header on target, but we were still continuing to persist. We kept pushing guys forward. Wilson Barrios here on the attack. Goes up in towards Arias. Up in towards the substitute. Chara with the goal to make it 1-0 in the 82nd minute. I had just taken off Juan Cuadrado 2 minutes earlier to bring on Yimi Chara, and he comes up with the goods. The unsung hero in this game is Yimi Chara with a brilliant strike across the face of goal into the left corner of the net. Jack Butland at full stretch could not get a single hand on that. Great finish from Yimi Chara. Look at that view of that goal. What a way for Colombia to beat England in what was kind of a tepid affair. Not a whole lot happened in that game, but nevertheless, 14 shots, 6 on target. The stat line tells you that we were all over England that game, and thankfully, we come away with a 1-0 victory in the round of 16. So England are sent home, we move on, and now our opponent is going to be Germany, who beat Serbia 3-0. On the other side of the bracket, France move on, Belgium move on, and that's going to be the semifinal on that side of the bracket. So now in the quarterfinals, we are playing arguably the toughest team we have faced yet in the tournament in Germany. We've got the same first team. Falcao still scoreless. And Germany, we know how good Germany is. They're the reigning world champions. And now we get to see if we can knock them off in the quarterfinals of the FIFA 18 World Cup. So as you can see there, Germany with Timo Werner, Julian Draxler. One thing that frustrates me here is that it's a very unrealistic starting 11. Leroy Sané should not be here. Emre Can and Khedira usually aren't starting. For Germany, it's like Toni Kroos and usually maybe Khedira who are starting, but Leroy Sané was left at home. That should be Julian Brandt or someone else instead. We come in with the same front four, same offense, same team, same first team really, and then James Rodriguez as our captain. James Rodriguez is familiar with Germany considering the fact he did spend a year at Bayern Munich, so I'm sure he'll be familiar with many of the Bayern teammates he has playing for Germany. So heading into this game, Germany come in with Jogi Löw having Neuer in goal, Sul, Kroos, Stindl on the bench, Kimmich, Boateng, Hummels, and Hector starting in that back four, Emre Can and Khedira starting in that holding midfield, Müller, Draxler, Leroy Sané playing in the center attacking mid position. I just realized there's no Mesut Ozil either. I mean, this Germany team is kind of whack, to be honest. Colombia, we come in with the same back four, but still, it's just really annoying me to see that Germany team without Mesut Ozil, with Leroy Sané, with Emre Can, but we're just going to play it off. We're going to move on. I'm just going to see if I can get a win here against the reigning world champions. Hopefully, Falcao can get going today, and hopefully, my defense can stop Timo Werner and the rest of that Germany attack. So heading into this game, 11th minute, we're pushing high. A lot of Colombia players trying to put pressure, and eventually, Carlos Sanchez muscles the ball off from Julian Draxler. Wilson Barrios feeds James Rodriguez. Great pass to Falcao. Great turn by James Rodriguez, and a great goal to start this game off. 1-0 Colombia with a bang. Take the lead against Germany. You cannot let James Rodriguez get on that left foot. Look at this slick piece of play between him and Radamel Falcao. Another assist for Falcao. I think that's his third of the tournament. But what a finish from James Rodriguez to turn his body across the face of goal. Manuel Neuer, his outstretched arms, could not get to that. Very similar to the finish Yimi Chara had, but from a longer distance. Great goal from James Rodriguez. Now, 21st minute, Emre Can driving it forward here. He's going to go into his Timo Werner, but Davinson Sanchez, with superb defending, gets the ball away. And now we come forward with Carlos Sanchez. He's going to fake shot in. He's going to feed Jose Izquierdo. Almost led him forward a little bit too far, but we keep going on the attack. Santiago Arias now is going to feed James Rodriguez. Down to Falcao. Would this be his moment? Nope, it wouldn't. We still could not find a goal for Radamel Falcao. Now right here, I thought this ball was going out of bounds from Falcao, but look at the pace. Look at the acceleration from Juan Cuadrado to somehow get to that. He's going to drive it down inwards. James Rodriguez. James Rodriguez on the left foot, puts it in to Falcao to make it 2-0. Finally, in the World Cup, we get Falcao on the score sheet. And what a time to get his first goal against the reigning world champions in Germany. Look at this header. Beautiful header. It is so difficult to rotate your body like that and direct the ball right into the corner Only Radamel Falcao can do that. That is such a difficult header. 41st minute now, we're looking for a third goal to really put Germany away. Jose Izquierdo running past Hummels, fake shots in, but then he is so unlucky not to score there. And then Falcao retrieves it. He's going to feed Santiago Arias. James Rodriguez peels away, and then Manuel Neuer with a relatively easy save. 46th minute now. Cuadrado back on the attack. Gets past everyone, crosses it in. Radamel Falcao, he's in the mood, but Neuer with a ridiculous save. Take a look right here again. I thought this was 3-0, guys. The power, the accuracy of the shot, but then Neuer, the only obstacle in the way. Great save from him. His fingers must be hurting after that one. 49th minute now. Back on the attack. Draxler holding the ball up well. Through balls it. It was Timo Werner in front of everyone. He makes it 2-1. Or does he? The referee calls on offside on Timo Werner. Take a look at this replay. This is an extremely close call. I mean, we're talking inches, centimeters. I mean, look how close that is. Davinson Sanchez gets very lucky there to not be burned by Timo Werner there. 60th minute now, we're looking for that third goal. Barrios cuts it in on his right foot and then just blazes it over the bar. 67th minute, Germany looking for that first goal to really make things interesting. Thomas Muller, too strong on the ball. I can't get it off of him. Toni Kroos down to Timo Werner. Down inwards Kimmich. Kimmich goes down inwards Draxler. That should have been 2-1. Really nice move from Germany, but they couldn't get the final finish there. 70th minute, or excuse me, 89th minute now. Germany really running out of time. Everyone is forward for them. We are throwing bodies at the ball, but eventually we leave Leroy Sané open to make it 2-1. There's still 1.5 minutes left, so this game isn't over yet, guys. Look at this. 2 Colombia players throwing their bodies at the ball, but unfortunately that left Leroy Sané open, and he took advantage. So just before the game ends here, Luis Muriel on as a substitute, fake shots in, puts in a glorious through ball, and then Falcao with the finish to make it 3-1. Falcao finally getting on the score sheet, gets his brace against Germany, but how clutch is that? How timely is it for Radamel Falcao to finally get on the score sheet against the reigning world champions on the biggest stage in the quarterfinals of the FIFA World Cup? That is the mark of an excellent player. Great play from Falcao. He also had an assist, too, to James Rodriguez. So he, in my opinion, should have gotten a 10 out of 10, but 13 shots, 8 on target. We dominated Germany, guys. Really good performance, and we move forward into the semifinals where we are going to meet the host nation, Russia, in the semifinals. As you can see that France made the final, but now we get to play a team that's probably on paper worse than Germany and England. However, they do have home field advantage, so this is still going to be a really tough game. James Rodriguez actually could get golden boot if he keeps scoring. Falcao got man of the match, unsurprisingly, but now against Russia, we're going up against a lot of players who are going to be very passionate, who are going to be playing off the energy of the fans. Akinfev, Alexander Kokorin, Alexander Golovin, a lot of underrated talent on this Russia team. I know I say that about every team, but I mean, every team in the World Cup has underrated talent. We have to acknowledge that with every team we go up against, including Russia. So, heading into this game, I know what I'm going up against. Of course, this won't be as difficult of a team to beat as Germany, but still, with this Colombia team, you have to remain consistent to make sure that I can beat teams like Russia. So, heading into this game, Russia, they've got Akinfev in goal. He has made errors in the World Cup before. They've got Semenov, Neustadter. They've got Vasin in defense. They've got Samedov, Gazinski, Zhagoev, Zobnin from Spartak Moscow, and Tashaev. And then they've got Alexander Kokorin playing center attacking mid with Fedor Smolov playing at striker. So Smolov, a lesser-known talent, playing at striker for Russia in this World Cup. We're going to come in with the same first 11. You guys know it already. Again, Murillo and Sanchez have been fantastic this World Cup. Barrios and Sanchez have definitely played better than I expected them to. James Rodriguez in the number 10 role, Izquierdo and Cuadrado, and then Falcao, who I might score with again. Who knows? So, we're in Moscow for this game against Russia, and early on, we were on the front foot. Take a look at that crisp passing from Colombia to get it down inwards Barrios. He's going to feed James Rodriguez. James Rodriguez is going to keep it on the left foot. He's going to Ronaldo chop on his right foot. Back onto his left foot. The shot gets saved by Akinfev. I cross it in here. Another great save by Akinfev. That was a really good save considering the fact Izquierdo's header was in the opposite direction of the way he was coming. 25th minute now. Kokorin coming on the attack. Feeds to Tashaev, who somehow gets in between two Colombia players, but thankfully Ospina makes the save. 33rd minute, Russia beginning to find a footing in this game. Kokorin coming on the attack. He's going to hold it up, feeds Smolov. I thought Jagov was going to shoot it here. I thought Tashayev was going to shoot it there, but eventually it's Smolov who takes the final touch and the final shot to make it 1-0. Really, really nice build-up play. Russia fooled me not once but twice here, and eventually their unselfishness led to that goal. Really nice play to find Fedor Smolov, who made that run across the face of goal to make it 1-0. 36th minute, now we're looking for an equalizer right after Russia scored here. Diaz finds the opening, feeds James Rodriguez. He's going to go up to Barrios. Barrios feeds Cuadrado. Cuadrado turns, gets it on his right foot, flashes it across goal in towards James Rodriguez, who finds the back of an open net to make it 1-1. To be fair, that's a very difficult finish because of how tight that angle was and the pace at which Cuadrado sent this cross in. But again, great play by Cuadrado, great finish by James Rodriguez to be able to find the back of the net. But Akinfev probably should have tried to get a hand to that to keep the ball out of the net. Later on, at the start of the second half, Cuadrado doing this again. He steals the ball in the midfield, gets past his man with a beautiful roulette, and then clinical from Juan Cuadrado to make it 2-1. Apparently, Juan Cuadrado likes to play defense too, so he was marking his man very well to win that ball there. Surrounded by 3 Russia players, he gets away from all of them and then gets the shot away to get the goal. So really nice play there by Juan Cuadrado, but Russia had plenty of players coming on their own. Samedov gets in behind the defense, and that probably should have been 2-2. Look at this run from Samedov. Look at this through ball from Kokorin. Beautifully placed, but then the finish wasn't as good. So Russia missing an opportunity there. Again, Gazinski coming on the attack into Tashayev. Russia lose the ball again. It's Juan Cuadrado with the defending. He's supposed to be attacking, but he's coming back in defense to help us out. It's now going to be Izquierdo on that right foot. Near post. Great save. Phenomenal save from Igor Akinfev. 3 minutes left of added time in the 90th minute. Russia looking desperately for an equalizer. Samedov putting ball after ball in here. Eventually, it does come, but Santiago Arias with the clearance. But there's still a minute, one more minute before the game ends. And we were just hanging on to dear life. Take a look right there. I'm just tackling wherever I can. Eventually, Alexander Golovin just sprints straight into the box, gets it on his right foot, and guess who? Santiago Arias with another clearance. And eventually, that was enough to get the victory over Russia to make it into the final of the FIFA 18 World Cup. Really good start from Russia, but they didn't finish strong. So 2-1 to Colombia. 9 shots, 5 on target. Cuadrado with a 9.5. He was excellent today, not just offensively, but also in terms of winning the ball and sending us forward on counterattacks. So the final is set. Belgium finished third, and as you can see, it is going to be Colombia versus France. James Rodriguez already guaranteed a Golden Boot award, but now if he can get a goal here, he will be the lone Golden Boot winner. He would have to share it with Perisic if results stayed as they are right now. So Matuidi, Lloris, Benjamin Pavard, Koscielny, Mbappe, all ready for France. So much talent on this team, but of course Didier Deschamps has to choose a starting 11 for them. We know our starting 11. We actually haven't changed it at all in the knockout stage, besides a couple of substitutes here and there. So this group of 11 knows how to play with each other, but of course they haven't faced a team as good as France yet, besides Germany. So yeah, this is going to be a challenge for me. France are going to come in with all their players. Varane and Pogba on the bench. Lloris starting. They've got Pavard, Koscielny, Umtiti, Mendy. No Djibril Sidibe for them. We've got Dembele, Matuidi, Kante, and Lemar to deal with. Griezmann playing center attacking mid, and then Kylian Mbappe at striker. So Griezmann and Mbappe are ready to go. They've been brilliant so far in the World Cup. I'm going to have to stop them with my defense. So one thing you're going to notice here, I forgot to show you guys this in the last game, but Davinson Sanchez actually picked up a red card, which means Murillo is going to have to sub him in, and then Zapata is going to have to start at that right center back position. But besides that, we have the same team. No changes made. I've got Muriel, Baca, Aguilar, Chara all on the bench, as well as Cardona ready to go. So here we go at the FIFA 18 World Cup final. 4th minute, France coming on the attack. N'Golo Kante finding the opening, feeds Griezmann. Antoine Griezmann with a perfectly timed through ball to Ousmane Dembele. And that left foot is going to finish that every single time. Brilliant ball, though, from Griezmann. Look at how much space he has in the midfield. But then the timing of that through ball is impeccable. It's perfect. I mean, if he puts a little too less power on that, Colombia get it. If he puts too much, the goalkeeper gets it. But no, he puts it right on the money, and they take the lead. Griezmann here almost gets a goal as well, but thankfully, Ospina was ready for that one, and now Cuadrado is going to come on the attack right after that opportunity. He's going to sprint forward. He's going to burb a spin in. Lamar trying to catch him. Conte trying to catch him. Eventually, Falcao runs into him, so Falcao takes control. Carlos Sanchez now drives it down in towards Izquierdo. Up to James. James up in towards Cuadrado, and we equalize in the 14th minute to make it 1-1. Unreal 15 minutes so far. 2 chances for France, 1 chance for Colombia. 2 really nice goals from both teams. That initial ball from Carlos Sanchez in towards Izquierdo really put France's defense into disarray and created that goal. 16th minute now. Thomas Lemar getting in behind our defense. Gets it on his right foot. Murillo clears it away, but he gives it back in towards Mbappe. Mbappe down to Griezmann. Back to Mbappe. 2-1. You cannot give this France team second chances. Ever. I mean, they're going to create opportunities. We know that. But if you give them more opportunities than they earn, they're going to make you pay. And that's exactly what they did there. 26th minute. Look at this. Kylian Mbappe showing off the strength there. They're going to cross it in towards Dembele, who hits it powerfully off the bar, the post. And France easily could have made it 3-1 there if Ousmane Dembele's goal had gone in. So as you can see here, Matuidi now with the shot. And France just begging for that third goal, but so far the woodwork denies them, and now it looks like Matuidi just slices it wide there. That should have been 3-1. 49th minute now, Cuadrado looking to make things happen. That's actually Sanchez, We're going to go up to Rodriguez, and now Rodriguez is going to feed Juan Cuadrado. He's going to burb a spin in, get it on that right foot, shoot across goal, and then it is Jose Izquierdo, the Brighton and Hove Albion man, to make it 2-2 and get us right back into this game. Falcao celebrating with them, and Colombia right back in it. Great burb spin from Juan Cuadrado to get past his man. Great shot. Lloris parries it, and then Izquierdo with a nice finish there to keep it down and put it into the corner. Ousmane Dembele, though, is like a cheat code in this game. He keeps coming forward, and eventually Ospina saves from Kylian Mbappe. As you can see there, France with an offensive-minded substitution, bringing in Pogba from Matuidi. They put another ball in here. We can't get it away. They keep it with Conte. Conte on the volley. Tries to go near post. Ospina has his near post covered. That's one thing he's pretty good at. Another corner for France. It's going to be Ousmane Dembele doing a lot of skills there. He's going to cut it in towards Griezmann. And yet again, as if they hadn't learned the first or second time, Ospina does not concede goals to his near post. I'll give him that. 10 shots for France, only 2 goals. Dembele now back on the attack. He's going to hold it up very well. He's going to go down towards Lamar. Thomas Lamar looking for the opening, but eventually we just surrounded him with Mbappe, and we get the ball away, and he's offside anyway. 77th minute, though. 13 minutes left. We're looking for something here. We're going to let the ball through in towards Zimi Chara on as a substitute from Carlos Bacca. Great ball, but the finish is saved by Hugo Lloris. 12 minutes left. It's getting very late in the game. James Rodriguez with the ball in. It's saved from Zapata, and then Jason Murillo makes it 3-2 with a brilliant finish. For a center back from that angle, to be able to put the ball on target is uncanny. Take a look right here. Great ball in from James Rodriguez. He's been doing that all tournament long. Great save by Lloris. But what a finish. Again, from a tight angle to make it 3-2 with 3 minutes left. France desperate for an equalizer. Umtiti's going to cross in. We try to get it away, but we can't. And Mbappe makes it 3-3. I thought I could hold on, but France just would not let me do so. 2 minutes left. France have equalized, and it's just so unlucky for me because I had 2 Colombia players go for that first ball in, and they both missed, which left Mbappe open to get that third goal. The 90th minute, France looking for the winner. This would be so dramatic in real life if this was actually happening. Umtiti on the attack, crosses it in. We get the ball away, but Giroud still has it. Olivier Giroud feeds Mendy down to Pogba, who scores to make it 4-3. In the 93rd minute, and he proceeds to dab with Olivier Giroud. Unreal scenes, guys. Unreal. 6 minutes ago, it was 3-2 in favor of Colombia, and now Paul Pogba with probably the winning goal in the FIFA 18 World Cup, bending away from David Ospina. Unstoppable finish. And France break Colombian hearts right at the death. to win the FIFA 18 World Cup 4-3. Unreal scenes. I thought I had the game wrapped up when Jason Murillo scored in the 80th minute, but France had a never die attitude. They just kept going. Murillo heartbroken. I'm heartbroken, but yeah, not the way I wanted to end this World Cup mode. Unfortunately, Colombia will have to settle for a runners-up medal. It's going to be France hoisting up the trophy in this FIFA World Cup mode. So as you can see there, France, with all their talent, get to hoist up the trophy. Colombia and their fans get to watch on, thinking what if. So I'm going to go ahead and end this World Cup mode here. I'm kind of sad about how this thing ended. I really wish I could have ended with a win, but sometimes it just doesn't work in your favor. Thoroughly entertaining game. 22 shots total, 15 shots on target, 7 goals in a World Cup final, but unfortunately we were on the wrong end of a 4-3 scoreline. So at least James Rodriguez gets a golden boot. Colombia has to settle for a runners-up medal. They go farther than they ever have before, but unfortunately, they just fall short to France. So again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the support during the World Cup mode career modes, not just with Colombia, but also with Mexico. Again, I hope to be consistently making FIFA World Cup content, or FIFA 18 content again very soon, but for the rest of the summer, I'm going to have to say goodbye. Peace.